Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Low-Key Chaotic. A lot of shit went down this past week, and one of the biggest headlines was Charlie Kirk getting shot, and the internet celebrated it. I actually posted about it on my social media pages. I don't know if you guys saw the backlash, but bro, there were so many people that were thrilled that he got shot, and that just didn't sit right with me. Like, we're always talking about how gun violence is bad, how guns should be illegal, but the second it happens to someone we hate, suddenly we think it's good that guns are legal. That, in my opinion, are not values. That is just straight up hypocritical. And the comments absolutely came for me. People were saying that I was probably somebody that would have sympathized with Hitler back in the day, that I only speak up when it's about white people, that I've been silent on Palestine, Sudan, and Congo, people twisting my words left and right, putting shit in my mouth that I never said. And let's just be clear, Charlie Kirk was a horrible person. I'm not defending him by any means, but he did not deserve to die. And comparing him to a genocidal dictator who had actual state power makes no sense. So what now? If someone has awful opinions, does that mean they deserve to be shot? Does that mean everyone who supports them deserves to be shot too? Is that the world you want to live in? Because if you answer yes to any of those questions, then surprise, you're a fascist. And look, I get it. You can be angry at him, you can hate him all you want, you can call him out, that's super valid. But celebrating someone getting shot is not justice, that's not progress, that is just violence. And like I said before, if your values collapse the second it's someone you don't like, then they're not values, they're just feelings. And that's what pissed me off about this whole discourse, because when I tried to talk about this online, the internet went crazy. Suddenly I'm sympathizing with Hitler. Suddenly I only speak out when it's about white people, blah, 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 blah. And it made me realize that this is not about Charlie Kirk. This is about how we treat politics online, how we post, why we post, and how fast people twist our words if it doesn't fit their narrative, which brings me to ask, why do we even post about politics online? What does it really do? Does it change anything, or are we just feeding our own need to feel right? Because yeah, posting can spread awareness, but most of the time, it's awareness inside your bubble. The people that you know, who already know what you're talking about, who already agree, who already care. And unless you've got millions of followers or are a A-list celebrity, the activism that actually matters is not online, but rather offline. It's donations, it's protests, it's uncomfortable conversations with your family. That's the stuff that actually moves the needle. But here's the thing, right? Even knowing all of that, I still post sometimes. Like with Charlie Kirk the other day, I had feelings, I wanted to put them out there, and I did. And yeah, it felt good in the moment, but did it change anything about gun violence in America? No, it did not. And then you get to this point where you ask yourself, was this for the cause or was it just for me? And this is where I feel like it gets complicated, because I don't want to sit here and say digital activism is pointless. It's not. Me Too started online. Black Lives Matter started online. Those movements mattered. They gave people voices. They gave people a community. They got people to protest. But for every Me Too or Black Lives Matter, there are hundreds of hashtags that trend for a week and then disappear. It's most of the time just a little bit of noise, not much action or change. And it doesn't really, especially because with all the content we consume, every second video being something super fucked up on our For You page, all of that makes us feel super overwhelmed, right? Desensitized, disconnected. So it feels like people sometimes only post because they feel pressure to be a part of it, so they don't get judged by their peers if they don't post, not because they actually care. And even if they do care, I feel like it's always a combination of the both. Like, you're doing it maybe because you care, but also because you want to feel good about yourself. And then there's also the whole pressure of posting the right way, because once you post once, suddenly people expect you to post about everything. And if you don't, you're silent, you're complicit, you don't care. But posting isn't that simple. You can spread misinformation so fucking easily. You can center yourself when you shouldn't. You can post for optics and then vanish, which is performative. And then you get dragged for that too. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's no way to fucking win. And I've been through all of this. Like many years ago, I posted about every issue that I saw. I thought I was helping. I thought I was showing up. Looking back now, I wasn't always informed. Sometimes I rushed to posting. Sometimes it was more about me wanting to feel like I'd done something when really I hadn't. And people called me out, said that I was overstepping, speaking on issues that were not mine to speak on, which actually pisses me the fuck off, because even with this whole Charlie Kirk thing, someone told me I should stay out of it because I'm white and privileged and the things Charlie Kirk was against had nothing to do with me, which first of all is not true. And second of all, when I speak out, suddenly I'm overstepping, and when I don't, I get accused for not using my privilege the right way. It doesn't make any it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So I pulled back because it was exhausting. So I stopped posting about every fucking thing that was happening in the world. But then you get this like other side of people where people are like, are saying that I was like silent and that I didn't care. So you literally cannot win. Whatever you do, someone will think it's wrong. And that's kind of like a comforting conclusion to come to, but it's also incredibly annoying at the same time. And that's kind of like, that's when I realized what truly matters is like offline. Posting online can help, sure, but it's not the same thing as actually showing up and donating and organizing and volunteering and having hard conversations with people in your life. I think social media has made it way too easy for people to feel like they're contributing and doing something good when it's actually not doing anything at all. And I can guarantee you that most people in this world should stop posting so much and start doing way more shit outside of their fucking phone, me included. Because posting is and will never be enough. And I think, like I said or mentioned earlier, is that we do it because it feels good. We like the validation and the agreement and the comments and that little dopamine hit of yup, exactly. And that doesn't mean that we don't care about the cause, but it does mean it's never only about the cause. It's about us too. And I think it's healthier to just admit that than pretend otherwise. And of course, digital activism is not going anywhere. It's only going to grow. There's going to be new platforms, new tools, new ways to show your solidarity, maybe even new tech that we can't even imagine yet. But the core problem won't change. Are you posting because it helps, or are you posting because it makes you feel good, or both, or just one of each? I don't know. I honestly will still, of course, post sometimes. I will always post whatever feels right to me in the moment, but I'm not going to lie to myself about what it is. A TikTok isn't necessarily always activism. A story repost isn't necessarily always activism. It's just me sharing a thought in a moment. And the real work is the stuff that doesn't get seen. The donations, the volunteering, the protesting, the awkward conversations, the boring, unglamorous shit that doesn't get likes, but actually changes things. That's what counts. And I know I'm never going to do right by everyone. I know whatever I post, someone will say it's not enough, or it's too much, or it's performative, or it's hypocritical. And maybe that's not even the point. Maybe the point isn't getting it right online. Maybe the point is showing up offline when nobody's watching and doing it anyway. Because I swear to God, validation has turned into a little bit of a disease. Yeah. And I don't know if this, I don't think the approach is also black and white, right? Like, I'm not now going to be someone that's like, okay, I'm just never going to post about anything ever again. And I'm also not going to be someone that's like, okay, if I post about one thing, I have to post about everything. I'm going to continue following my natural gut feeling and gut instinct. And if I feel like saying something, then I will. And if I don't feel comfortable saying something, then I won't. But I'm going to stop letting people's opinions get to me. That doesn't mean I'm closed off. I'm always, always, always open to learning and understanding and growing and evolving. And that most definitely includes other people's opinions and thoughts and experiences and conversation. But the way that people approach things online, the way people are so quick to judge and be condescending and harass and bully is really disgusting. It's really disgusting. I don't know. Social media has really made people think that their opinion matters when a lot of opinions out there are just mean and they don't carry any educational weight or intellect. It's literally just negative energy projected onto everybody else. And I don't fuck with it. I understand being frustrated and wanting to express that, but to be mean and a bully and stupid on purpose, it's not cute and it doesn't help anybody. And that's that for this week. I'm excited to see you all again next week, and I hope you have had an amazing weekend. Much kisses.